Greetings, salutations, and other big words. My name's Ethan. My handle is Wrangler. Welcome to Frequency Studios, weekly wing it number 98 here on Rumble and YouTube. And starting it off with us tonight is... Billy Bobsack. Billy, how's it going?
Kapla.
Kapla. Also here tonight, right over there, is the amazing artwork of Frederick Guimond. Frederick, what's going on?
Hey, coming to you from Quebec City, Quebec in Canada, beyond the ice wall, where it's already winter. But we're doing fine, man. We're keeping warm. I just got a new piece to fix my my Bitcoin miner to keep me warm this winter, you know.
Nice.
Earn some sats on the side.
Yeah, what Jeff Foxworthy once said about New England, I think applies to you too. He said, you guys got all four seasons. Almost winter, winter, still winter, and road construction.
That one hurts. I'm not going to lie. That one hurts.
This same here. I don't know if they're doing it your way, but around here, they're pretty much they've extended the road construction through all four seasons now. I can't go anywhere on any day without finding some kind of road construction happening somewhere.
I've been losing electricity was it 2 to 4 times a year, which seems to be construction related. Like sometimes they're like drilling and then they hit a power line for some reason.
Oh goodness.
Yeah.
Hell, they're still doing construction on the bridge that was messed up in the flood in 2022 when we had it real bad.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
And also joining us is Raven Nevermore. Raven, what's going on? How's the storms your way?
Good evening, guys. Well, it seems like all of the clouds have gone away, but I know Oklahoma got hit pretty hard today. A friend of mine was like, yeah, a tornado went by and the sirens were going off and everything, and then it stopped, so we're good.
As long as nobody got hit by that tornado, because tornadoes suck. No pun intended, but I mean, I think I was 4 years old, 1979, and my house got hit by a tornado. I didn't know what was going on. I already got sent home from school. I was in trouble that day, and then while I was sitting there home, I was just fiddling with something. All of a sudden, my mom and dad come up. Mom grabs one arm, my dad grabs the other, and they just start running down to the basement. I'm just thinking I'm in trouble. I'm like, what did I do? What did I do? And we get down to the basement, and all of a sudden we hear every glass in the house shatters, all the windows. And I was like, I didn't do that. Well, it's a good thing they did, because I was in my room where I was sitting just moments ago. There are like these massive spikes, shards of glass that was my window, just pierced in the bed like somebody threw daggers at it or something. It was insane.
That must
my
have
neighbor's
been
house
scary.
was completely gone. Luckily, they all made it to the basement, and they all. We just lost our windows and chunks of our roof.
Which state was this?
Connecticut.
Whoa! I didn't know we went up that high.
It's like one of the biggest tornadoes we've had, because we do get tornadoes, but they're usually not that strong.
Yeah,
but,
we never get them. Like when we hear that you guys got tornadoes, we usually get a strong wind like the week after or something like that, you know?
Yeah.
There was this giant oak tree in our yard that my dad said he looked outside and saw the thing bent over like a safety pin. And then when we came back out, the thing was in our pool, or what was left of the pool. It just pierced right through the side, through the concrete, into the ground.
Oh, man.
And half the water was gone. It did some serious damage.
Mother Nature does not fuck around.
Yeah.
One person, I think, actually lost their life in that tornado in the nearby neighborhood. They didn't react because they were taking a nap. So they slept through it, but they never woke up from it, unfortunately. And it's just, they come out of nowhere. But I mean, I think the worst tornadoes are the ones that happen at night.
Yeah, you might go for a nap and never wake up.
scary because that could happen to anybody, you know?
I think I'm not completely sure. I don't remember, but I think I heard that there was a couple tornadoes, not necessarily in North Carolina, but oh, I remember what it was. It was Florida. During this second hurricane that went through, there was all kinds of tornadoes that touched down in Florida before Helene struck. I
Oof.
think it was Helene. The second one?
No joke.
But
Over in the
kinda
chat,
got
we
messed up.
got double dipping. Raven Nevermore. Christy's joined us. How you doing, Christy? Also, Star Fury is here. He says, hello, all. And
Hey,
Animation
Star Fury.
Overload. Good to see you, man. How you doing?
And Animation Overlord. Hey, you guys.
Nice to see everybody.
Yeah, I grew up in Tornado Alley, and in various different places. We go out on the porch and watch for them and stuff. But yeah, I've seen all kinds of weird, crazy stuff like straw. Well, I don't know about straw specifically, but I remember straw. A wheat, the wheat shaft or the shaft or whatever it is, like just ends up getting stuck inside of a telephone pole, and part of that is
That's insane.
because part of it is because of the air pressure. The wood actually like separates, and so the particles between particles inside the telephone pole actually separate, which would allow for the wheat to actually go through it more than the thrust from the wind. But it's a combination of both.
But I mean, I've heard of like hay or straw, like just being pierced through concrete from after a tornado. It's like, how does that even
Oh, yeah.
happen?
And part of it's the air pressure, and it's really weird to try to talk about and get people to understand. But like here, I remember one particular day where the air pressure was so different that somebody came up and they're like, "Should we turn up the air conditioner?" And I was like, "No, the air conditioner is already working. The temperature is correct. It's just like super hot because of the air molecules. The air pressure was just insane."
Yeah, it shoots everything up in weird ways. Like it becomes very low pressure when the tornado is nearby.
Yep.
And there were a couple guys working outside when that was happening. My dad went over to open the door to let them get in the house out of the storm. And there's two of them outside and my dad on the inside. My dad was pulling on the door, they were pushing, and they really had to struggle to get the door to open because of the pressure differential.
Oh yeah.
Animation Overload says artwork looking great.
Why, thank you.
Kristen says she can't stay. She's miserable.
Oh,
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. She's recovering, and yeah, she had some medical stuff, and she is recovering now. And what's miraculous is how well you're recovering, Christy, because that was not a small thing.
Hope you feel better.
yeah. Hope you get better soon.
We're all nerds here. Guilty as charged. You know.
Hail, friends. Late
Hey,
introduction.
How you doing?
Hey,
Jim?
James. I wonder where that voice came from.
I'm doing well. Finished up the day and all that, and plenty more to work on for tomorrow.
Sweet. Since you're here, let
Nice.
me play this real quick. The undead are planning to attack, and it's up to Gwendolyn the gnome to deliver word to the humans before they're taken by surprise. Glimmerleaf. Link in the description. That what you're working on, by the way, the sequel?
Amongst other things, but yeah, plenty of videos to edit and a few other lengthy projects I don't want to work on but need finishing.
Kahuna's joined us. He says, "Hail, how was the rest of the game?"
which game?
We were about to go do something stupid, but we decided to wait till next week when you can join us.
Players doing.
Oh, okay. I know what he's
Think it was
talking about
fun.
now.
Yeah.
I was fucking confused. I was like, what game are you talking about? Oh,
Yeah.
the Castle Crusade.
Crusades. Yeah, we were
His
all
character
about to run down
ran
into a
away.
dungeon. We were like, yeah, well, you should wait.
Well, his character, he bravely ran away. He bravely ran away.
And now I'm mind blanking. What was that from? because I know that tune, so I know I've seen it.
Isn't it from Monty Python?
I believe so.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's from. Yeah, it's, I think it's Monty.
Run away! Run away!
Yeah. You bravely ran away.
Well, Christy's being cuddled by her kitten, or as she likes to call it, her squishy. But she's got to go. All right, Christy, hope you feel better. Please keep recovering. I'll be praying for you, and we'll see you later.
Or as we like to call
Take good
the,
care.
the devil's spirit animal. Is the cat.
Hey! Stop with the cat hate here. You know. That kind of hateful language
I mean,
leads
that's
them
not really
to
cat hate. It's just being honest.
that hateful language leads to people eating the cats. Okay,
And
You
eating
can't-
the dogs.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, we're gonna have to do this. We're gonna have to add a new layout because your logo is like right over your face. Frequency.
Yeah.
Hang on.
that's how he stays anonymous, Billy Bob.
That's right. I'll remove that in a second. I was just.
No. Keep it. I can.
You're gonna dox him. Oh no!
That's right.
You can't see me. I'm hiding.
Hold up. Continue talking, plebs.
Let's see. What was it?
Comics, panels.
In the Monty Python, what was it? Killer Rabbit or something?
Oh yes.
The black beast of
Yeah. Well, I think the squirrel and raccoon have
No. Bring it back.
caused some death.
Bring it back.
Oh, you must have plans for it, or you just like that being over my face.
No. You'll see. You see, man. You see.
Christy says, "Clap together the coconut shells." Star Fury says, "Hail Peanut, never forget."
Yep. Peanut and Fred.
Now, I haven't heard anything about Fred other than he's a raccoon. What happened with Fred?
He was belonged to the same owner.
Yeah.
They took both.
Oh,
It
how
was
come
another
Peanut's
rescue animal.
and not Fred? Or is it because Peanut was known in social media?
Yeah, Peanut was like the most famous
Yeah.
because he did all the tricks and stuff, and Fred was just like a lazy fat ass freeloader.
Yeah, but thanks to a little help from Frederick, he was able to rouse up some support, and they are going to take care. These guys are on their way to make things right. Take a look.
It's the same old theme since 1916. Eeyore, they're still fighting with their tanks and their bombs and their bombs and their guns. Eeyore, they are dying.
That reminds me of cranberries.
It is.
I think that is.
Yeah, zombie.
Oh,
Probably a cover.
yeah. I think the lyrics are slightly different.
Oh yeah, could be.
Animation Overload says Cat Team 6.
Yep.
Yeah, so I'm sure everybody at this point has heard about Modern Age the Veilguard. I mean, Dragon Age the Veilguard.
I knew it was out. I've not
It's
been
just-
as interested in the Dragon Age series for
It's
a while.
as woke as we fucking knew it was gonna be.
Yeah,
game's
it's more
failing.
so.
This
More
game
so.
is failing miserably. This will probably be BioWare's last game, to be
Wow.
honest. This is their third.
Had I not seen these cutscenes myself, I would have thought it was a joke.
is a
no,
joke.
No, it can't be. Well, yeah, good point. But I'm like, there's no way it could actually be that bad. It
No,
was
they-
that bad. I couldn't believe it. It's like
They've surpassed all our expectations.
they really did. And I'm going to subject all of you to it.
Oh,
Let's
fun.
see here. Let me get this going. Boom. Okay, this YouTube channel is Gaming and Movies with Giga Vega.
All right.
All right, I'm not too familiar with this guy, but he uploaded the cutscene onto his channel for all the world to see in case we're feeling masochistic. So
For science.
let's check out just how bad this thing is.
Pounding that snake's nose. She's still holding the ruby in her other hand. Maker's panties. I was so proud.
Hold on, Maker's panties? What kind of expletive is that?
Can you pause the background music while you play the video?
Yeah. Hang on, let me get. Whoops. There we go.
Oh, and James, you played Dragon Age 2, didn't you?
I did not.
Oh. So the one chick, I think she was like the slut of fucking Dragon Age 2 pirate. That's like literally all her character was in that game. I bring her there. And then this is the they, them pronoun.
Yep.
By the way, it's worse even in the opening. Like, this is just a little taste of this fucking game. Everything.
Yeah. I saw another cutscene earlier today that I didn't know existed. I'm like, how weird. I mean, just we'll get to it. We'll get to it. Here we go.
Ah, shit. They're still holding it. Sorry.
What are you doing?
Pulling a barb.
Oh, okay. A barv?
Tradition in the Lords of Fortune from one of our old members, Barv. Good guy, but like most of us, his plans went sideways a lot. Bad blood among your crew's not good for morale, but there's not always time for big, drawn-out apologies. So when one of us screws up and we know we've screwed up, we do a quick 10 to put it right. Pulling a barb.
Oh, 10? I don't think she can count.
But she was
Pulling-
also
Pulling
There's
a
no way
bar.
it was 10.
Yeah, she was gonna.
What's up, Herman?
Yeah, she's gonna.
to be fair, she was retarded in Dragon Age 2 as well. So, you know.
Okay,
You know-
so at least they do have some consistency then.
Barv.
Barf.
Oh, there we go.
Barf. Awkward silence.
All right, that's all we
Lords
have.
of Fortune have Tasha's back.
Oh, Tarsh isn't the first non-binary member of the Lords.
Really?
It was a little before your time, but Horlicks was one of ours.
All right, pause it.
Bastard.
Yeah, would the term non-binary exist in a binary?
No,
even exist
by the way, in
a
this game, there's fucking magic, guys. You can turn people into other animals. So there shouldn't be no transgender bullshit, since it'd be very easy for someone to use magic to turn themselves into the other fucking gender. It's the same thing with fucking sci-fi settings. Like in Star Trek, there really shouldn't be trans characters since they have the technology to actually fully turn someone else into another gender.
What they failed to
Throw.
actually, what they failed to realize is that transgenderisms, that it all began, and a large section still believe they are just people who like to dress in the clothes of the other sex, and that they're still their, original sex. A guy's still a guy, but he wants to put on a fucking dress. Trannies. But here we are. Everybody believes as soon as you put on a damn dress, you're the opposite sex. And now we are just inundated with this in every single piece of media we get. And none of it feels like fantasy anymore. It all just feels like I stepped out of a fucking college course.
Yeah. Also, with this game, it's not just the woke shit. The game itself is absolutely fucking terrible. Art style is horrendous.
I've heard many complaints about that.
Yeah,
The graphics
these
look like
faces,
shit.
these faces leave something to be desired. That's for certain.
The graphics look like shit. The dialogue is terrible. The
voice acting's all right.
The combat is absolutely fucking horrendous. James, You gotta see. I don't know if you've seen videos of the combat in this game.
I just don't care enough to. I just assume they're all going to be woke, and I don't care enough to even look at it anymore.
It's just so funny. I've been looking forward to this game, see how bad it was going to be, and
You weren't
not even
disappointed?
surprised. It's exactly what I thought it was going to be.
Was this a $70 release?
Yes.
Ooh.
Keep in mind, how often do I come on here to bash anything? This was so bad, I have to make fun of it.
Well, you invited Billy Bob.
This is the year of fucking woke failures. Also, Stormcrow, I don't know what you're talking through, but like we can barely hear you when you say anything.
I'm too pissed off. Hold on a minute.
While he's figuring out the mic, we'll continue this video.
Look better than I
All
did
right.
in a dress or pants. And out of them, too.
God, what did they do to Isabella? God damn it.
Any reason you can't just apologize?
Sometimes people say, oops, sorry, and hope that fixes it. But they just want to get the whole thing over with. Trust me, I know. But pulling a bath, you sweat a little. Make you think about it a little more. Shows the other person you mean it.
What if they mean it when
Alright, pause
they're
it.
sorry, though?
Stop.
And that's the other reason.
Dragon Age
Stop
2
the
is no
lecture?
longer the worst game in the franchise. And I fucking
sounds
hate
like a
Dragon
lecture.
Age 2.
It is.
It is painful to listen to.
And the animation on their faces when they're talking, they have less articulation in their face than a Chuck E. Cheese animatronic.
Well, listen, this game was.
Well, that's actually realistic because they're all on Botox,
Oh,
hold on,
good point. Good point.
This game was delayed. This game was originally supposed to come out in 2021 or 2022.
Seriously?
Yes. And it was
Wow.
delayed 3 times. I think we know that it was probably restarted twice.
Wow.
This game had this year they were like, oh guys, we're gonna come out with it because the original name was Dread Wolf. And then they decided to change it to Veilguard out of nowhere.
More like
It's
Dread
definitely
releasing
Dread.
it. Yeah. So how are the sales figures? Anyone see those?
I
They're
have
not.
to look it up, but it's not doing well. I think the Steam numbers, like Steam player numbers, was like maybe 77,000, which is horrendous for a AAA game
Right.
on launch.
I think most people who are playing it are just playing it to laugh at it at this point.
Oh, you definitely got some people that are woke with modern shitty BioWare, but I don't know. I think a lot of people have also been getting this game free somehow. They have been playing it.
Somehow.
Oh,
So, who's
probably
excited?
the
Mass
bumper
Effect 5?
numbers.
Who's excited?
Oh.
for Mass Effect 5?
And this game will have no DLCs. None of it's in the works. I will be surprised if next year this BioWare is not shut down completely by EA.
I wonder if anyone's going to bother modding this.
There'll be somebody. There'll be somebody.
I mean, are there good sides to the game? Like, is there anything to
Nope.
Besides the voice acting?
Nope.
Was the bureaucracy well done?
Nope.
Paperwork? No.
Okay.
Nope.
Let me just elucidate on the situation here. Billy Bobstack, you played all the Dragon Age games up till now, right?
Yes.
I've played these games since 2010. Since the first one to the last one. I don't want to fucking look at this thing. Honestly, Dragon Age started and ended with Origins right now. And that's it. There's no other game.
I believe
it.
Otter is playing that right now on his channel.
I
You
want to
might
go
have to snipe
right
him.
now. Okay? Anything else that came after Dragon Age Origins, I think we can all agree, given what we're seeing right now, I think I'm happy. I think I'm happy with just Dragon Age Origins. And whatever happened at the ending there, we can just imagine it with our own little imaginations. And that's it. Nothing
We
else.
talked about the second game. The first game actually had like a decent wrap up.
Yeah, and you know what? That's a perfect wrap up. I don't know how you did it, but my warden went with Morrigan to live on whatever universe they went to, and that's it. No more Darkspawn, no more nothing. We are good to go. That's it.
All right, well, let's finish up the rest of this painful trailer or clip.
Reason. Some people mess up and get all dramatic. They make it about them.
Oh, hold up. Pause it
Oh,
again.
you know I didn't mean it right. I'd never do that on purpose.
Stormclaw, have you seen what they fucking did to the Darkspawn?
Jesus Christ.
Do you want? Let me fucking.
Christ.
Hold up. Let me pull up the Darkspawn.
Jesus, don't make me look. Don't make me look.
Make
Now,
him
the
look.
Darkspawn were kind of like they were very much like derivatives of like orcs from like Tolkien and shit.
Are they
Yeah,
white
but they were
people
actually
now?
like way creepier. I'm gonna say this right now. The Darkspawn are fucking. Oh boy, the way they breathe. I mean, you want to talk about real fucking horror in a fantasy story? Just listen to the Darkspawn poem on how they're made.
Oh my
Jesus
god.
Christ.
Let me. I'm trying to see if I can find the.
Did they make them
Velgard
scary
version.
white people now?
They are fucking generic looking zombie white. Yes.
Anyway, shout out to Gaming and Movies with Giga Vega. That's where I found the clip on YouTube here.
Oh, here we go. Oh my god. Now remember, this is what they look like now.
Oh. Oh.
That's
Well,
the dark
what-
spot
what-
now.
What
Looks
are we
like a hand
looking at?
puppet.
So they
It's like a bad
redesigned the
Halloween
dark.
decoration.
Yeah, they redesigned the dark spawn. That's what they look like now. Let me see if I can find.
Yeah, that's almost,
Yeah,
but not
originally,
quite as
like I
scary as the
said.
scariest Halloween decorations I've seen.
Now, originally they were once again like derivatives of kind of orcs and stuff from Tolkien, so they're kind of orcish looking and goblin looking. So what they originally look like, and then you got the Velgard. Okay, good.
Don't say orc 3 times. John Douglas will show up.
We need John Douglas so bad though. I can't look at this. I hate it. I hate it all. Fucking hell, I hate this shit. Anyway, I came back a little bit hot and steamy. How you guys been? I've been gone away for a while.
Yeah, last time I saw you was like on one of Royce's shows.
Yeah,
That I talked to you. I mean,
same time for me. Like my entire quarter year just got swamped, so I couldn't really get on. More. Now that I forgot about you,
but hold up on that one. I'm not done with it.
You know, I got busy.
Here, your face can be covered. No one needs to see it. It's nightmarish. But up, that's Dragon Age, the shit guard, and all its
Modern
glory.
Age.
And every aspect of the game is terrible. Every fucking aspect.
Modern
Animation,
Age, the trans guard.
except the voice acting. So if you're really into voice acting,
Nope, even the voice acting. There's a lot of bad voice acting in the game. Like
Pulling a
generic,
barf.
can't make up what accent you're gonna be.
do you think the developers are going to be pulling a barf right about now?
I'm sure when they all get done
Hey.
making out in the closet.
No pulling on your barb in public.
It's not barf, it's barf.
I think that's copyright, like Spaceballs.
This must be the wrong Otter channel. Otter has two channels, right?
Well, there's the first channel, and then there's the Otter channel.
Wah, wah.
I know where to find it. All right. Who's up for a good old fashioned snipe?
That sounds vaguely bad.
Just enjoy it. It's a good family fun time. Trust me.
Yeah, we all understand your version of family friendly.
Snipe hunting, or are we talking something else?
Yeah, let's talk about tomorrow. What do you think is going to happen tomorrow?
I have no idea. There's no way to predict. Everything's so insane. Nothing makes sense.
I think we're gonna have a bunch of streams tomorrow.
Yep.
That's right. Starting off with James at 6 p.m. Eastern for Karen
Yay.
Tuesdays, where he hosts Black Knight and R.H. Snow.
Every Tuesday, baby. I barely talk. I don't really like talking. I let them go at it because they have all the juicy life experience and content to make great conversation. I just ramble.
Yeah.
And then at 8 p.m. Eastern, Frederick has his stream, which goes till 10. And at 9:30 Eastern,
we'll be covering
Iron-
the season finale of The Apprentice White House edition tomorrow.
Wow.
We also have our guest host Chill Kid and Pablo on stream.
Actually, Frederick, I gotta ask you something. Since you're the resident, since you're a poor resident in Canada,
Who said I was
likely
poor?
that we're going to turn to Canada tomorrow?
You guys want to come to Canada?
No, I
No.
would rather much never touch that ground unless it's with a blowtorch and napalm. Thank you
Yeah,
very
I'm
much.
leaving Canada next month. Well,
There
no,
you
next
go.
month. And what next week? Next week I'm leaving Canada.
There
Oh,
you
yeah.
go. Okay, I take it
You're
back.
going to El Salvador, correct?
Yes, correct.
Nice.
Well, Evely Music is in the chat. What's going on, Evely? He's also on Iron Seas tomorrow night, starting at 9:30 p.m. Eastern. And right now we
That's
are
right.
sniping Lord Otter's stream. He's playing Dragon Age the original.
Does he know he's been sniped?
Not yet. I haven't told him.
Oh, nice.
him
The
know.
noble beginning.
Trust me, he's gonna get real tight-lipped if he finds out I'm here.
Let's see, I should probably let him know he's being sniped. He should be a good neighbor.
Let him know that Stormcrow has him in his crosshairs and he's lining up the shot real neat.
Is it always supposed to move that slow?
I don't know. I've never played it before.
Yeah. Okay. Let me say tell it to you like this. Imagine this is basically Baldur's Gate 2.5 before Baldur's Gate 3 came out. You know, gameplay style, art style, that kind of thing.
Is this a D&D
Beautiful.
thing, or is this...
This is a
Kind of,
separate
sort
thing.
of, but not really. But he is playing a
And
thief.
Start firing like there's
No,
no
so-
tomorrow.
Hold up. I'm gonna have to-
All right, we're doing.
Yeah, he has a
Quick.
dual wielding thief.
He knows now.
Just like
All right, mute him. So, but pretty much BioWare after KOTOR, the Star Wars game, they pretty much went on a binge of making their own IP. So you had Mass Effect, and then you had Dragon Age Origins. It is very much a D&D Tolkien derivative type of game. It's lore and stuff. Like a lot of old CRPGs, it does use a dice system in the background.
Mullet skate. Yeah, I think you can have it show some of the dice rolls in various points as well.
No, not in. Well, you're not showed the rolls, but you are shown the if you fail. It'll tell you. There is dice rolls being rolled in the background. Just like KOTOR.
I thought there was an option somewhere in the settings where you could actually do it.
Trippy Soul, my man. It's
Hey,
been
Trippy.
it's been a long while, dude.
The Department of Environmental Conservation. Yes, we are the New York DEC.
But this has been the year of woke game failures. This is like the 5th one.
Oh
This year.
yeah.
At Concord, Dustborn.
I wonder what they were thinking. Really, were they like, "Oh, this woke stuff's gonna really catch on in 5 years when we're done making these games"?
They thought it would.
Well,
apparently.
this game's been in production since 2014. Dragon Age, when it was called Dreadwolf, it was been in pre-production since 2014. Like I said, this game was supposed to come out in 2021, 2022, like right when you had woke stuff. Can still do all right, you know.
Now, had they been paying any attention, they would have realized they were just better off not releasing the game at all.
Can't make money doing
Yeah,
that.
but when you get to the point where you've spent so much money, they're like, "Oh, let's gotta release it." But what was the other ones that failed this year and real bad? Ubisoft is trying to get away with Assassin's Creed Shadows. It ain't
Oh
working,
my
Ubisoft.
God, yeah.
Oh, Star
That
Wars
is not going
Outlaws
to go well.
failed. Star Wars Outlaws failed miserably. It sold 1 million copies, which for a AAA fucking game,
With a
that's
Star Wars.
horrendous. And a Star Wars project on top of that.
I'm going to need to get a physical copy of Prince of Persia before the company goes under. Because it's the last good game they released.
Oh well, they'll just get bought up by China, by Tencent and stuff.
Honestly, I'm just waiting for David Cage's Star Wars game. You guys remember that? That supposedly David Cage was going to make a Star Wars game?
Yeah, you mean the studio that worked on Dustborn? I think they're working on that one. Star Wars Eclipse, isn't it called?
Yeah. Wait. Quantic Dreams made that?
Oh no, hold up. No, I think I'm trying to remember. Someone who's connected with Dustborn is also working on that game. Something like that, if I remember correctly.
Okay, yeah,
I
that
don't
game's really ruined. It's dead. It's fucking gone.
I mean, it's a fucking modern Star Wars, so you know where it's going. It's I don't even know if it's ever gonna get finished or even brought out. It might have been canceled. Who knows? I just know if it looks like shit, it's probably not gonna sell well, even if it's Star Wars.
It is heartbreaking though to see what they've done to that brand.
Yeah, Jedi Survivor sold 10 million. Star Wars Battlefront 2015 from EA sold, I think, 12 million or 13 million. Star Wars Battlefront 2 actually sold very well sold well as shit. No, it sold well as well. Something like that. I don't know. I'm fucking tongue tied. I'm dying on that, so. And once again, this is a modern AAA bullshit, and it had Star Wars in the title, and it didn't do well. So, I think we're on a
Yeah, but how was the voice acting?
absolutely fucking horrendous. Just as bad as Dragon Age: The Shit Guard.
Makes you appreciate real voice actors, huh?
I did play Jedi Survivor because it was on Game Pass, I think, this year. I fucking hate the story for the second one. It is High Republic bullshit. High Republic is what Disney came up with for their expanded universe. It's focused on that.
The unfortunate thing about all the identity politics, well, just one of many unfortunate things, is now they've ruined it for a lot of female characters. I mean, we used to have awesome female characters, and now if somebody puts out something with a female lead, they're gonna go, oh, another one. So it's like it kind of tarnished the reputation of female characters in fiction, and that sucks because there are awesome female characters out there, and they're gonna get overlooked because of all this, just this flood of crappy representation.
Wait, it's not all crappy. In defense of the High Republic, they do have like a character who's a rock.
He's a fucking rock. His name is Geode.
He
That
can
was their-
fly ships. A rock that can
That
fly
was
ships.
their opening thing for High Republic. We're like,
That
oh, yeah,
is
we have this
stunning
character
and
named
brave.
Geode.
Okay, Billy
He's a
Bob. If you can't see that,
non-binary rock.
if you can't
Geode was a
see-
fake character. From what I understand, everything about him was silicone.
It's the idea that the boyfriend of one of the writers had. So one of the writers, who's a female DEI hire, is talking about her project to her boyfriend, at home. And he's, oh, you should do a character where
Yeah.
it's a rock.
I can hear it now.
I think you're giving that team way too much credit. Do you not remember their fucking the
Dude, you should have a
whiteboard?
character that's a rock, dude.
Are you not remembering their the whiteboard they had with all the stuff they wanted for the Star Wars to
Yes,
cover?
where they had dinosaurs twice on there.
Yes,
I'm
and
like
they had,
so baked, dude. Give me
and
another
they had
one.
what was it? Anti-war or some shit. The series called Star Wars.
Stone
Yeah,
Wars.
Yeah, no wars, because who comes to see Star Wars to see like wars and
What?
stars?
Yeah, well, you know what? We should make up a thing called Stone Wars and just make it a ripoff of Star Wars, except cavemen.
Paint little faces on rocks and just
I want a solo movie of Geode, okay, where Geode goes to his family, and we learned in the Geode Academy how he became the best pilot of their species.
I can imagine the boyfriend watching the movie. You really put that in there? I was stoned when I told you that.
All right, here we go. I looked it up. I got the whiteboard for that video.
You know what you need? You know what you need? You need a salmon.
Yeah,
Salmon space fighter.
Well, let's see how much of that they got in. Okay, can you zoom in enhance?
They got
Authenticity lived in.
authentically. What the fuck happened there?
Authentically lived in.
That means modern day bullshit.
Surprise!
Let's give it to them. Surprise!
That
I wasn't
means loud string noises.
I was surprised at how shitty it was.
You know what? I'm surprised that they took one of the most profitable fucking IPs in the world and then drove it right into the fucking ground.
Dude, so far they're 2 out of 2, man. And diversity brings them 3 out of 3. They nailed this one.
I mean, diversity in Star Wars is kind of redundant.
You know what? You know what?
What?
Actual ending.
What?
Yeah, you killed off the fucking Skywalkers. Actual ending. There we go. All right.
No,
it is ended.
the thing is if you have to put this stuff up on a poster board as like your goals, then you probably shouldn't be writing because all this shit is stuff that is going to be in your. You should know a lot of this stuff by now.
Hold up.
Hold up.
These are management techniques. This is management
guys.
feeling important.
Listen, they changed the canon on lightsabers, on the Sith lightsabers. Now that they hurt the crystal, the kyber crystal in the lightsaber, and it gets really upset. So that's why it makes it red. Not bullshit, and that's a real thing they changed.
Oh,
So
brother.
feelings got that covered.
But
Relatable characters.
Here's the thing. Somebody said on one of my books that my world felt or my book or something, the world felt authentically lived in. So I've had that expression thrown my way before. The thing is I just wrote something that was like reasonable and something I could imagine and added detail to it. That's authentically lived in, as opposed to I don't know what the hell. I don't even know why you would have to write that down. Honestly.
So we have sweeping / epic.
Okay, that's another thing. Why
wait,
the hell
wait.
would you?
You skipped relatable characters.
No. I did. I went over it.
Oh, because there
There's
was
no
none.
relatable characters. We
Exactly.
moved
That's
on
the
to.
first failure of the whole.
Okay,
book.
once again, why do you need to write this down? This is like story writing. This is story writing 101.
Hold up.
I think this is.
You know
them
what?
just
Actually, I
trying
agree
to-
with it. You know, I would become Luke, like all grumpy and angry, if I had to, you know, as a little kid, seeing what the future of Star Wars would be. You know, I'd be just be like, "Fuck everyone," okay? You know, it's very relatable.
Hold on. Herman, what is your avatar? It looks like the Wig of Destiny got hair extensions. What the heck?
Yes. That's David Lee Royce.
All right, we also got
He's just a gigolo everywhere he goes.
We got Sweepingly in / Epic, which I mean, it was an epic failure to fucking destroy Star Wars.
Well, no, I mean Star Wars is a sweeping epic.
Well,
Ah,
yes.
No, what they got a fucking slash in between it.
I think you guys are missing the point. It's at the end of The Last Jedi. There's a little boy who's sweeping. That's what this led
Yeah.
to.
Oh, I get you. It makes sense. We got humor. You know, it was funny seeing Ray Palpatine fucking seating the Skywalker.
When she says, "I'm a Skywalker," I'm Ray Skywalker. Yeah, that
or the guy runs in and says somehow Palpatine survived.
Yeah, somehow Palpatine
Somehow.
returned. They fly now.
Who's
They fly
Palpatine?
now. We got not pro-war, so I guess they wanted to rewrite it as the rebels just, I don't know, giving up.
they vote.
Ah.
They vote the Republic
Yeah.
out.
Droids.
It's hard.
They throw hankies at one another until the other one passes out.
Dude, what the fuck? No single main character.
No Luke Skywalker.
Oh, and the one
No.
right below that, the Force. No shit.
That's why I think this is just a bunch of people screaming in the room and someone repeating
Yeah.
one of the things they heard and writing it down.
This is story by committee.
Yeah,
What
by the
is
way-
Star Wars?
My
Game
ride is here. Beep beep. What's up, Bat Sauce?
Hey, Bat Sauce, what's up?
We got
Howdy.
the High Republic, of course. Relic Hunters.
Yeah.
University.
What?
Did we
What's
read the bottom?
university got to do with any of it?
The bottom one after the Force. Did we read that one?
Yeah, complicated monsters. Because, you know, I need to understand my monsters.
Complicated monsters.
It's complicated.
We need
Emily,
to have a scene.
James
We need to have a scene in Star Wars. Every time they have to go like hunt a dangerous monster, they need to catch them, sit them down in a
The
fucking
power of
coffee
one
shop.
scene
Sit
is
them down
everyone's
in a
favorite
coffee
scene.
shop
Bet
and
bet
buy them some
bet-
pie, and then
bet
talk
me
about
when
the
they wrote
film.
the original trilogy, they were like, okay, well, we're gonna have this huge monster that's like takes up the ground, and it's like 300 feet wide, and if you fall into it, you get digested for 30 years. Why don't we do that? Okay, sounds cool. And they put it in. You bet me that happened.
Oh yeah,
not
they
this,
put-
not this anal retentive. Hey, let's write everything down. Before you know it, there's gonna be Post-it notes up there of different colors.
we have dinosaurs.
I'm really not sure what's up with that. Like,
We have diversity again and representation.
Well, you
what
never
was
have
the
too much of that.
criteria? What was the criteria? Someone say like, what are the things people like in films? Dinosaurs.
And
Have a
these are
great
like
night, animation. Thanks for stopping in.
night animation.
All right. I got to step out of here right now, too. I'm getting tired. But it's good to be back here, you know?
I can't even read.
Good to
this
see you,
one.
Crow.
Good to see you. Yeah, Stormcrow.
Now, before I go, again, I'm just going to ask for all my American people here. Let's be honest. How bad do you think it's going to be tomorrow?
I
It's
mean, I
going to be
don't. It's
Same as last time.
A few riots.
I'm just
It's
gonna hide.
only
until-
going to get.
I'm just gonna
Chaos
hide
either
until-
way.
and
Yeah.
for until next year.
It's just going to keep getting worse throughout the week. 'Cause,
Chaos
they're
either
gonna
way.
delay. They're going to
Now,
delay. us.
Everly, you would probably be happy to know that last week James fixed that scene.
I did. It's my favorite scene now in all of Star Wars.
Oh, yeah, it's much more improved.
Definitely.
So keep
Took
in
a
mind, this
very-
was back in.
Oh, more boards.
I think this was back in.
High Republic.
2014,
This is the High Republic
2015.
show. Yeah.
This was back in I think 2015 or some shit when they originally done this. It was a legitimate
That's right,
trailer
animation.
that they put out for the High Republic, which had two different boards. This is how they're writing theirs. You know what it reminds me of? Y'all remember the South Park episode where they find out how the Family Guy episodes are being made?
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's like the fucking what was it? The seals or whatever hitting the balls. And it's like the three combinations for their jokes. So Family Guy's made. This is for Star Wars, you know.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
boy.
this is sad, man. This is really sad because you know there's talented people out there who love the brand, and they're putting these people who are just, yeah,
And remember, the people who made that board, they got paid to do that.
probably got a pay cut from what they should really get, but yeah, they shouldn't get.
I wonder how many times they looked at each other and said, "Can you believe we're getting paid for this crap?"
They
lot.
forgot the most important point, which was have an actual story.
Yeah, it's like they use the
Oh, yeah,
underpants.
first of all,
when-
Raven, you don't have to do that anymore. You have AI to do it for you. Okay.
Yeah, you know what? I can see it now. So okay, so we got all this stuff. So one guy raises his hands, goes, "Yeah, what?" He said, "What's the story about?"
Diversity.
Well, first, it's got to be authentically lived in. You know, like I said, if you got to write that stuff on the board, don't bother writing anything, because it's a bunch of that's a bunch of touchy feely.
Yeah.
Look like you're doing something crap.
You know what I like to do one of these days? I like to take over Frederick's stream and we make our own board full of the real stuff people want, like boobs.
with
guns.
hookers and
Start
blackjack.
with okay, so it should feel authentically lived in.
Yeah. Well, I'll
Well,
tomorrow
good.
I will do a room reveal, and I will show you that my room is authentically lived in.
Wow. It needs good voice acting.
This is the spot that I got drunk and puked in.
Well,
It's
it's more
also
the
where I
cat. It's the
sleep.
cats that puke over here. But
Most,
yeah.
well, I cleaned most of it up, but leaves a stain. I had raspberries. It won't go away early.
All right, Frederick, show us your drawing some more. Well, now you got a big screen so we can really see it.
I need a better camera though. I was at the Apple store today to buy out because my power cord went out. I had bought cheap power cords because I figured, it's cheaper. but
Save some money.
they actually stopped providing electricity to the computer, and the electricity would go straight into my fingers, and it would feel weird.
Wow.
But anyway, they eventually stopped basically recharging the computer. So that was yesterday. And today I went to the Apple store and bought a $40 cable. Has shielding on it, so the cat won't be able to eat through it, hopefully. It's pretty sturdy. What was I saying?
No, all I could think
Something.
about is that scene from
The camera.
National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation where the cat went and chewed on the wire for the tree.
Yes. Oh, that's hilarious. So I was in there and I was seeing some high quality cameras because this one is kind of like an emergency camera I got when my other one went sour. And
Yeah.
it's not as clear as the other ones. Like it's a little bit out of focus. But yeah, it'll do for now. Almost
That'll
done.
do, pig. That'll do.
Got just a few details and I'm done with this. It's really close.
So what part of your little whiteboard thing does this check off?
Spread eagle.
Would you say that world feels authentically lived in?
Well, it is based off of a real city, so I would say it is authentically lived in.
But
Not
where are the
though.
diverse dinosaurs?
Yes, we need diverse things. Diverse represented dinosaurs.
Well, all the diverse dinosaurs are in the science section right there. It's like a museum. You can see all the bones. I mean, it's mostly chicken bone replicas, but you get the idea.
Evelise says,
Where-
getting what you pay for. The older I get, the more this resonates. We need tunes. Hang on.
Yeah, put the music back on. So that's how they ruined Star Wars a little bit. So that's good to know. Need to know what the enemy's up to.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they had a board that showed their goals. That was important.
Yeah, they had to show the internet what they're up to. Wave some. It's like, look at me, I'm a good person. Such a good person, fixing Star Wars.
I bet that's the extent of the writing they did.
I wonder if some crystal keeping cat lady called it their vision board.
Probably.
Well, at least we got Geode
We'll always have Geode.
for now. Thank you, Kathleen Kennedy.
Did you get a toy Geode, James?
Oh, I got a bunch in my backyard. I didn't buy one though.
You just need a spaceship to put him in. Fucking Geode.
Yeah, they did a number. They did a number on them.
Back in the 60s and 70s, they had this gag gift, which was called a pet rock.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys remember that.
Yes.
Yeah.
That sold so well,
Yeah.
too.
It did. It sold thousands. So now it's just, they've just taken it up a notch. Now Rock is a movie
character.
star. We're not
Well,
talking
technically,
about
we've
Dwayne the Rock
we've-
Johnson, an actual freaking rock.
right. We had a lot of rocks as movie stars. This one's just a literal rock.
And then there were the rock heads that wrote the script. But
Oh my God, are we looking at Geode?
I'm still telling you that she asked her boyfriend and he was high, and that's what he came up with. I'm telling you.
Geode, yo. He was even laughing when he was pitching it.
I would.
Where'd you get this weed from?
Her husband is Seth Rogen.
The Gordy was good, guys.
I'm actually seeing colors, man.
Oh, they didn't put colors on the board. It should be in color.
Oh, we need to get the I Member from South Park.
Oh, I was thinking of the
Member
peppermint.
Remember?
I was thinking of the
I Member.
peppermint farmers remembers.
Colors, man.
All right, let's get this off. This looks stupid.
Yeah, Star Wars, it's like that friend who went to college, got a good job, had a family, and then he got really into methamphetamine somewhere in his life.
It's like the most likely to succeed, like in your school, who got all A's and like married the hottest chick out of school, and then you lose sight of them for a while, and then you find they're on meth and they're selling their kid to get more drugs.
Which
Yeah,
is
that's pretty
true.
much Star Wars.
These teenagers don't know how to vote.
Remember, the Ray movie's still in production, guys.
How many drafts of the script? 4 drafts of the script before the writer quit.
Yeah, something like that.
Seriously?
Yeah.
I wonder why.
Well, we should write a Ray movie, send it into them, say, here, do this before you really just wreck what little you got left.
Yeah, I got a better idea. We write a Ray movie and kill her off in the first 5 minutes.
Oh, and then but she gets killed off by Mara Jade, and we introduce
And
Mara
then Finn
Jade.
takes it from there.
No, we introduce
Mara
Mara
Jade.
Jade.
Mara
Mara
Jade.
Jade, played by Sydney Sweeney.
No, Finn. No.
No,
How
Mara
about we
Jade.
just introduce another character named Ray and it's about them?
Yeah,
It-
they have to look and
It'll
act,
be Dan
look, act, and talk
Aykroyd.
like Finn.
Ray's twin brother.
In the first 5 minutes, it's like somehow Ray died.
Yeah.
But another Ray shows up. It's Ray Stantz.
Her death is she dies in the scroll text, the opening scroll text.
Remember
Hold
that?
up, but no. When she dies, someone takes her name, right?
Oh gosh! Now
Sure.
There can be only one.
Terry
Star
Crews.
Wars.
We have
They can
Terry Crews play the next
Star
Rey.
Wars Highlander.
They could always do it off scene. It's like, you know that trash compactor on the Death Star that in the first episode they managed to stop? Well, in this instance, they couldn't.
She's on a very special mission to save Kathleen
Now it's-
Kennedy.
And now she's Ray Pudding.
Oh, she would die in a trash compactor. Dude, that you gotta write that.
Fanfic it up.
Yeah.
She dies in a trash compactor.
Ray dies in the trash compactor. I bet people would pay for like fan fiction of terrible ways Ray could die. Like that's the book, 99 Ways Ray Dies.
Yeah, dude, you're gonna make it on CNN in no time with a title like that.
Yeah, but we gotta have Terry Crews as the main character. He shows up. We don't need Finn.
Star Wars, Ray dies in the end. Actually, at the beginning, but she dies.
That's the name of
I
the
feel
movie.
kinda bad
Star
for
Wars,
Daisy
she
Ridley,
dies.
though.
The death
Like-
of Ray.
I feel kind of bad for Daisy Ridley. She took this
Riddler?
Daisy Ridley. Yeah, Daisy Ridley. Daisy Ridley. Yeah, she takes his role. Oh, I'm going to use Star Wars, and she gets this crap role that she's now stuck with.
Yeah, she's in a
Yeah.
tough place because this is the only place she can get
Hold
good
up.
money.
Hold up. This is going full circle. Because like one of her first acting things was playing a dead corpse with her tits out.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Seriously?
On,
Yes.
yeah, she was on one of the CSI shows. No, it wasn't CSI. Law and Order.
She was just playing a dead corpse with tits out. That was it.
How was her voice acting?
It was amazing.
Very, very
She performed every line with straight professionalism.
so we're gonna tie those two franchises together. Maybe Star Wars, right?
Star Wars.
It needs less wars, though. You know, it can't be pro-war.
Yeah, it can't be
Too much.
pro war. You know,
But
the
we
Rebels-
gotta vote for the party that's gonna take us to war. But we can't put wars in movies, you know.
They don't know that. I
I'm
think.
guessing the rebels should have just gave up. Because you can't be pro war.
They should have
war against
done a
the
petition or
Empire.
something, you know, made
Oh,
T-shirts.
Frederick, do you have your scientific name in the subheadline there?
That
Yes,
was actually,
Archidas?
Comic Bookus Artistus, which is the Latin name for what I do here.
maybe that's what she does in the Ray movie. Is she's essentially just a freaking modern day college student, but in space. So she just starts protesting, freaking scheduling walkouts and stuff of full
What's
planets.
your
We're just
name?
gonna
Yeah,
leave.
but we have to have a allegory of Israel and Palestine in the Star Wars universe. You know,
It wouldn't be complete without
Because, you know, we have to constantly be reminded of the real world in every fictional setting.
I mean,
They're gonna
the
be fighting
Empire
for-
was
Hold up.
kind of based
How
off the
dare you.
Nazis.
hold up, I got it. It's gonna be set on
costumes.
Tatooine because it's a big desert planet. And it's gonna
All
be
Star
the
Wars
Jawas
films have to
and
be on
the,
Tatooine, yes.
yeah, but it's gonna be the Jawas and the Tusken Raiders. You know, I don't know which one you want to be the Jews, but you know, choice is up to you.
Jawas.
You know what? That's if they want to make money off Star Wars again, then they should just have civilization Tatooine, and you just start generating alien races on there. And
You know what? You know how to recover Star Wars? Let it fucking die for a long ass time, and then when you come back,
Yeah.
you wipe out all the shit that you previously made. Start again.
With the nuke.
Yeah.
now, give it to Mel Brooks.
Oh god.
He's too old.
So he just makes Passion of the Christ.
You just make Spaceballs.
That's
again.
Mel Gibson, not Mel Brooks is the one who did Spaceballs. And
Oh, I thought he said Mel Gibson.
no, but that'd be better though.
That
Give
would
Star Wars
be.
to Mel Gibson. I'd
Have
I'd
you
pay
seen
to
his
see
action
that.
sequences? What
Yeah.
he would do to somebody with a lightsaber would be amazing.
Freedom.
And you know you'd get that Jewish metaphor you're looking for, Billy Bob.
Hold up, no, Raven said that. Hold up, Raven.
What?
Raven was wanting the Jawas to be Jews. I don't know why.
Yeah. Well, they sell stuff.
Yeah.
They both
So
start with
much
J.
Oh, they start with J. The Jewas.
Oh, I just thinking that they sell stuff, and
Oh my god.
But they need a hero. They need.
I wonder, has like Family Guy or South Park, any of them actually made a joke calling the Jawas the Jewas?
I'm sure at least one of them has. Yeah. Has
Has.
anybody played the Star Wars online game?
Which one?
Star Wars. Was it
The
Star
Old
Wars?
Republic?
Yes, the Old Republic. I remember them having the worst character until Geode. It was this gigantic lizard character who his whole like religion and purpose for life was to make it to lizard heaven, and the only way to do it is to rack up enough points. You do good things, you get points. You do bad things, you lose points. And it was the most ridiculous and dumbest character in the entire game. And I just want him to be in the next Star Wars because Star Wars is a joke now.
Put a chick in it, make her gay!
Yeah, but I like the Jewas better, you know.
We put them both in.
Space laser!
I'm going to have to
But
vote,
then-
guys. So
see you, Herman.
All righty.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming in, Herman. It's good to see you.
Have a good
talk
one.
to you guys later.
Bye-bye.
What would be a good name for the?
There he
house?
goes. Off to
I-
tend the hedges.
I enjoyed that game because it finally gave me a reason why they blew up the planet in the the first movie.
Alderaan.
Yeah.
He pressed the wrong button.
After playing that game, I was like, I am so glad they blew up Alderaan. Those people deserve it.
Hey, so you know what? After
Oh.
playing KOTOR 2, and Republic Commandos, I can understand why the Wookiees deserve to get enslaved. Fuck the Wookiees. I hate Wookiees. This game's made me
You're not a fan of
racist.
Wookiee. Really? Not a
Yes.
fan of
Bunch of
Wookiee.
space squatches.
I really hate Wookiees from them games. The Wookiee characters are just dicks. Yeah.
You know what I
Alright,
never
good
really
point.
got is why they had like armies invading planets. Why didn't they just bombard them all from space and be like, hey, now
Aha,
we're
they
gonna
did in
planet, we're
KOTOR
gonna-"
actually. In the opening tutorial kind of
Yeah, you're
prologue
right. You're
section.
right. Yeah, that's what was going on.
The
But they didn't do that in a lot of shit.
Yeah, in the Sith actually fucking bombarded the entire city. just wiped it.
Yeah, it kind of depends on whether you want to glass the planet or you actually want to take over.
So to actually
Well, you just threaten them of glass smiths. You're like, "Great, we're going to glass you.
yeah, but the
We're going to
problem
take
is
out a
like,
few of your key military locations first."
yeah, but the
first."
problem is in Star Wars, like technologically wise, they're actually quite limited what they can do. So it'd take a lot of resources and time to rebuild it.
They got a Death
Yeah.
Star. They'll be fine.
I would just like to see a scenario where someone lets Rocket Raccoon loose on the Death Star, sit back and watch what happens.
All he's got to do is find a little small vent on the Death Star, and then
They'll send Groot running in there with a bomb, and he's like, "We're all gonna die."
I'd like to see Rocket Raccoon enjoy New York.
enjoy
Oh
what?
yeah, he would unleash the wrath on them right now.
Yeah, New York's Department of Environmental Conservation or whatever.
Yeah, the Karen chick who's the one I think
Yeah.
called her in or some shit.
She
Getting
looks
killed.
like a
Wasn't that an
Nazi.
anonymous call or something?
From Texas. Apparently they annoyed the hell out of the government enough that the government actually bothered to go and do something.
So they were nagged into doing this?
I think that's part of it.
Well, wasn't the
No.
Karen person? She was running another like wildlife animal save or whatever. I think was jealous of her attention or some shit. Probably.
Oh, I don't
Oh,
know about the Karen
that's
that called it in, but the Karen that actually went there and was in charge of everything definitely looked like a Nazi.
Yahtzee.
Just what has the world become?
2024. That's what the world has become. Modern age, baby.
At least we still have great video games. Oh.
Oops.
Listen, it's more. There's a chance that we get Hawk 2 as the president. You know?
Oh, brother.
How many people would need to die before it would be her that gets default to be president?
Who? Kamala?
Hawk Tua?
Yeah, Hawk 2. No. Kamala is the Hawk 2 president if she gets elected.
True.
Yeah.
She blew one too many to get there.
I loved her husband's accidental. Just he said something because he thought he was being brilliant, and it actually it was awful. It was awful and hilarious at the same time. It was like,
what did he say?
It was something like, when things get tough, she puts her head down and gets to work, or something like that.
The truth comes out.
Yeah. Maybe it was, let's see, she puts her head down and gets to work. That's what it was.
Wow. Yeah, phrasing.
Yeah.
Oh no, he's just being honest. Like it's a Freudian slip. And she blew a lot of guys, man.
I think the entire campaign has been a Freudian slip.
Right?
Well, you got Biden wearing a MAGA hat. Like, what's up with that?
That was hilarious.
Yeah, I think he got backstabbed, and so now he's out of it, and he doesn't care anymore, and he's just doing everything he can to destroy everything.
Raven, that's cute of you to assume that he has the mental capacity to realize he
Right? I'm surprised he still even wants the position to begin with.
Who, Biden?
Yeah.
He doesn't. He doesn't know where he's going. He's stepping down. He's not even running.
I know, but I mean, a lot of people are thinking exactly what Raven said, that Biden's kind of ticked off a little sore because they kind of snubbed him and booted him aside. They screwed him over to get him out of the way.
Yeah,
I don't see how he would be. I mean, I don't think he
I
even
don't believe
wanted to
that.
do
I
that.
believe they just got rid of him because it's going to get harder and harder to hide his fucking dementia-ridden ass.
yeah. Well, I think some of the setup may be his wife prompting him on certain things, but like Kamala has gone for a specific, like an important speech or something, and right as she's doing the speech, Biden comes out and does some presidential announcement thing or something, and just completely says the opposite of what she's trying to promote in her campaign speech. It's been hilarious.
Hey guys.
A wild otter has appeared.
Hey,
Squeak,
Otter.
squeak.
Squeak.
Did you notice when we sniped you earlier, Otter?
I noticed whenever Frequency said that we've just been sniped.
Ah, there you go.
Yeah, we were watching you for a bit.
Yeah, I was having a lot of fun raiding the grape dungeon of those pesky round ears.
Playing a thief, nobleman?
I'm playing a elf thief. One of the options is you're starting out in the alienage in Denerim, and the whole context is you're basically living in the slum.
Yes.
You're about to get married, and then not only your wife but your cousin as well gets stolen away by a haughty noble who has a bit of a zesty kind of like undertone to him. So it's implied that they're getting raped. So you're trying to like chase after them and rescue them, and
Yeah, that's what I was.
he was straight up trying to like say, oh yeah, just take like 50 gold and just fuck off, like while you leave your cousin and your wife here. I'm like, no, what the fuck, man?
Wow.
Make it at least 500.
That's why I was saying, like, the other elven story is the Dalish. That's the name they were going. I couldn't remember what they were, but they're like the fuck the government, fuck the human government type of elves. They're living in the woods. Their thing has to do with werewolves. Their story.
They're
So, Emily,
all
are you
a bit
suggesting that
morally
we
gray.
replace the name Karen with Jill?
Yeah, because the way Dragon Age origin story works is you have your origin story. Your origin story is directly connected to the open world, not really open world, but the different segments of the main story.
Zones.
Yeah. So, like the mage is directly connected with Redcliffe and the Mage Tower storyline. The dwarves, they actually connect two different ways. You got the noble one that connects more with the like secession crisis that's going on, and the peasant one I think has more to do with the Underdark, right?
I honestly, so I haven't played through all of the origins by any stretch. I've only played through one. The noble dwarf one, you're actually going into like the deep roads, which is like that's full on like Darkspawn Hive territory.
Yeah, it's basically the Underdark from Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, it's just very. It's kind of like the best way I can describe it is it's like the Mines of Moria, only more twisted and evil.
Yeah, the human is the
So it's
only
New Jersey.
one.
Yes.
The human is the only one out of them that has only one unique backstory, and then shares each one with the elf. And dwarves can't be mages in Dragon Age.
I actually really like that, and that's also something that Veilguard really fucked up.
Why can
Currently
you be a
in
mage?
Veilguard, they've got earth magic, which is so stupid.
Oh, brother.
I like it way better in Origins, which is hailing from like classic D&D whenever they do that. So pretty much what is the context is it's like dwarves can't be mages, but the flip side is that magic doesn't affect them near as much as well.
So they're mystically dense.
Yes. I also like how in Origins, dwarves have like a whole caste system that they go by. So it's like, it kind of feeds into their whole religion, which is like, they don't really have like a well-defined god. They just have the earth. What is it they call it? Mother Stone or the Stone. That's what they worship, which is quite literally just the earth itself. So, the Darkspawn, their whole hive is kind of like the root of it is in like the bowels of the earth. So it's kind of like they also see that as like a corruption of what's considered divine. It's cool stuff. I really like it.
They couldn't have just kept doing stuff like that. Maybe they could have made a new good game.
Well, here's the thing. BioWare isn't like modern BioWare is not secure in what it wants to do at all. So it's got to ape off of current 5th edition D&D only very poorly. It sees Baldur's Gate and they're like, holy shit, we've got to do that. Only worse.
So the Darkspawn in Dragon Age, they are the result of evil fucking mages deciding to walk up to God's door in his kingdom and say, hey, bro. And then God said, fuck you, go back down to earth, turned them into dragons, and they corrupted man and elves and shit, and caused the Darkspawn and the Blight.
It's basically like the whole Tevinter Imperium, which is they're the faction who causes this. It's like the whole context is like long ago, like not only were they sort of like evil blood mages, they also did like human sacrifices and stuff to like ancient dragon gods and stuff. And one day they were like, hey, we've heard of this kingdom of heaven called the Maker's Realm. I think we can do a ritual to actually barge into his halls and take over his throne. So they do that, and the Maker pretty much just says, you pretty much darken these halls just by coming here. I'm casting you back down to the earth, and you're the first Darkspawn.
Oh,
just to make sure that this never happens again.
Also, they crucified and killed the Maker's fucking wife when she was human.
Yes, poor Andraste.
And she's the only reason that the maker still fucking has anything to do with humanity in the world.
If you guys couldn't tell already, the maker is like very, very similar to like the biblical God. Like that's the thing, like to the God. So it's only there's certain differences. So whenever the Tevinter Imperium starts making sacrifices to dragons, that's the first time the maker just straight up turns his back to humanity. He doesn't want anything to do with them because it's such sacrilege. Andraste is a human woman who convinces him to turn back and start caring for humanity, and she becomes his wife until she is burnt at the stake, and then after that, the maker pretty much turns his back a second time, even while her spirit is trying to console him and convince him otherwise.
Yeah, so Andraste is basically like a mix of Jesus and Mary.
Yes.
Her role in the story. That's the story, the religion of Dragon Age Origin. It's the main religion across all of humanity.
From what I've seen, the later games really fuck up the lore.
I didn't like Inquisitions where I think his name was Corypheus. He was the main villain, which his truth bomb was, when they got to the Golden City, the Maker's throne was empty. He wasn't there.
It feels like an edgy r/atheist thread or something like that.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It seems
it's
like
what they did in Inquisition. It wasn't. It was kind of like, okay, so where's the Maker then? Like that makes no sense. Andraste was a real fucking person, like 100%.
You come across her ashes in Origins, and they do heal people. Like they are actually divine.
Yeah,
so it's like that feels like a lazy retcon just to be like, oh, religion bad, everything like that. That's what it feels like.
They feel really smart saying that.
Yeah, Corypheus was supposed to be one of the actual Tevinter mages. I think he was introduced in Dragon Age 2's like DLC.
Oh.
At the very end, set up for him being the main villain in Inquisition. He's a shitty villain. He sucks.
Honestly, I kind of just take Dragon Age Origins as like a standalone like story. I don't consider any of the other Dragon Age stories canon. I still need to try out Inquisition one day, but I'm not holding my breath that game's going to be anything great.
It's got some good things about it, but some things that are worse. It's better than Dragon Age 2 by a mile.
It just seems like the writing is not the best.
I think I'll just stick with Origins.
Origins is a ton of fun. I don't think from what I've seen, none of the other Dragon Age games are quite like Origins and just how it's made and the overall design philosophy.
Well, Inquisition made the problem where they were going to take basically how BioWare usually used to do zones with this game and try to expand them out into like big open, like kind of open world areas, except they feel like MMO maps.
Yeah.
Very lifeless, very like set spawn points and everything. It wasn't a good choice.
There's a reason why Dragon Age Origins zones and a lot of like CRPG zones are fairly small, just because they're smaller, but there's more stuff going on there. Like they're actual levels you're exploring.
Yeah, I think there's a huge movement at that time for all of these huge open world RPGs, and there's going to be all this stuff and everything, and they seem to be really, really, the ideas and stuff were really, really cool and stuff, and then like nobody ever delivered any of them.
Well, it's because only certain studios know how to actually make a fucking open world game. That's the real truth of it. There's a lot of developers who do not know how to do it. And
what gets me is that for Veilguard in particular, I don't know what BioWare can claim to be a proper innovation on their part. Because that's the thing with a lot of BioWare's games. Like, usually they're trying to push to push the boundaries in some way. Like Dragon Age Origins, it was basically saying this is a spiritual sequel to Baldur's Gate. Well, Dragon Age 2, okay, I'm going to say that was a rush project. Dragon Age Inquisition, they were trying to go open world with it. And I was like, despite all the problems I've seen with it, I'm like, I can still respect that. I understand what they were going for. I look at Dragon Age Veilguard and I'm like, oh, this is the Mass Effect 2 style of level design again. Yeah, you know, the kind that feels really shallow. Like you're just kind of walking through hallways. Oh boy, I missed this.
You mean also Dragon Age 2?
Yep.
I think the only thing I'll say that I don't know, I haven't seen enough of the gameplay. I watched like 2 hours of it. Is at least they're not repeating the same room 50 fucking times throughout the entire game like Dragon Age 2 did.
I should hope not. They've been working on the game for 10 fucking years.
10 years, 2 restarts, 3 delays.
Well, what I really love about Origins is like, I mean, you guys probably saw while I was playing, it's like the game actually forces you to use strategy because it's tough, like on its own. It actually wants you to find creative ways to like outsmart your opponents. And if you can do that, it's like you can coast by a lot of fights. I really respect that about the game. It's a game that respects your intelligence.
But Kahuna's asking what we got planned for the holidays.
There's holidays,
Food.
survival.
Maybe play some retro games. I usually like take the holiday times to set up my emulator and plug in my old like NES USB and play some old games.
Oh, not bad. Not bad.
I might buy a squirrel and name him Peanut.
Yeah. Yeah, every time I step outside for a smoke, I get 3 or 4 squirrels running up to me because I tend to toss them peanuts while I'm standing out there. Does this mean I'm going to get raided by the government now?
Maybe.
Well, as long as you're not in New York.
New
It
York.
depends. Are you aiding and abetting the squirrels?
In survival.
Are you giving them
Giving
peanuts?
them food means I am, then yes.
Are you giving them access to the internet
No.
that you know of? Yeah. Those squirrels will get into your communications and start listening on devices. I got squirrels that are always like walking around my apartment. I'm on like the 3rd floor, and you got the electric cables right in front of my windows, and you just see the squirrels like walking on the cables.
Oh, shit. They're everywhere. Taking over.
They really are.
Then the cat comes walking by. There's a stray cat outside that comes by every once in a while. And they all run up into the trees and start chirping away. These guys, like, they shout out warnings to each other.
Well, they say squirrels are basically rats with a marketing degree.
Okay.
Wow.
No, 'cause-
I also have a chipmunk that comes up to me, so I'm really on the FBI's most wanted now.
Watch out for those raccoons, man.
Speaking of which, Billy, I finally got Knights of the Old Republic working for my machine to where it's not like I'm looking through like a looking glass or something. Billy might be away for the moment.
Possibly.
Possibly.
Is it a warping due to resolution or something?
No, it doesn't support modern resolutions, the version you get. So it's like you actually have to mod it extensively to have it work on modern machines.
Wow.
The
Yeah,
first code.
it's a little... It's not the best support.
How much longer do you think physical copies will be available for games? Or is that ship already sailed? I mean, I know it's getting... The pickings are getting slimmer and slimmer. So So I wonder how long before it's just that stops altogether.
I think they might always have them, but they're going to be a specialty item, part of like $100 bundle and shit. Oh, we'll ship you a copy of the game. Maybe. Or they'll ship you a box with code in it.
Or indie stuff.
I mean, a lot of games don't even want to let you play if you're not online.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like garbage. Like one guy, he's got games on his Xbox. He cannot play even if he buys. I guess he can't even buy them anymore. They don't even have a slot to insert games now. He's got to download them all, and half the time, if he's not connected to the internet, he can't play it.
Yeah,
old games.
How they get you, man. How they get you.
I like my good old games stuff. The GOG.com.
Just wait until they start putting advertisements in there. I'm sure they already do for some, but like,
that would.
Yeah, that's next.
That would be horrible.
That's next.
Getting YouTube ads on a video game that you bought and paid for.
Yeah, they'll start slipping in ads everywhere. More so.
They tried it with, what was it, Capcom?
YouTube's already bad enough for their ads. It's like the seediest shit you've ever seen in your life.
But you're gonna be playing games. I'm sure they'll do it like, oh, the only sodas you can drink in this game to heal your life are the ones that are from Pepsi Cola Company.
Yeah, and next they'll be putting in propaganda about gender and pronouns and stuff.
I have no problem with product placement, none. But if I have to sit there and watch an ad for the products,
actual billboards in your video games, not fake billboards. Those billboards have real ads now.
yeah, as long as it doesn't make you stop and read the billboard to continue playing. I don't mind if it's just in there in the background or whatever. But
First, America will introduce advertisements, and then Korea will do that to you right there. Exactly what you said. That's Korean games.
And as long as it suits the world. If you're playing a game in New York City and you got actual billboards up there where the billboards are, that's fine. If I'm playing a medieval fantasy and I have to stop and see a Coca-Cola ad, not cool.
Yeah, and during your loading screens for those, just put them there on your loading screens.
Yeah, they'll keep trying it. Gaming companies are the greediest companies out there.
Then they'll be putting synthetic wait times on your loading screen so you can check out the ad.
Yeah, with the YouTube ads, I mean, sometimes I used to think I had it figured out where, okay, this isn't a long ad. I'm going to let it play through so the content creator can get paid for it. And as soon as the ad ends, I hit pause. I walk away, have a cigarette, come back, go to hit play, and another ad starts immediately. And on the TV, it's even worse. Because like some of these, you got to wait like almost 45 seconds, maybe longer, before you can skip the ad. On the phone, it's a lot easier. It's like 5 seconds in, you can now skip. Or maybe it's just the 10-second unskippable ad. All right, but then they started doing 2 at a time. And now sometimes you skip and it starts another section of 2 immediately. I'm like, what are they doing?
That's why I use ad blockers, man. It's too
They're
much.
making some money.
Yeah, everybody wants to get paid.
Then why are they financially hurting?
Because
they
they're
suck.
not making enough. Because ads are going down. Revenue from ads is going down.
Yeah, that's true. Very true. You got to sell something now.
I understand that you need ads, you need revenue to keep a site going, but I do hate commercials on the internet.
I just think YouTube is the actual worst for it.
Ad blockers, man, it works great.
They block ad blockers now. They do everything they can to make
Well,
sure
I
you
never-
can't.
On Firefox, it's working fine. I'm getting no ads.
I never
currently.
see
But
I never see ads on YouTube on my computer. So I guess there's an ad blocker going. I use the Brave browser.
Yeah, Brave
But
I
on
think
my
blocks
TV and on my
automatically.
phone,
yeah.
they're just insane.
Yeah, because on your phone, it's your app. YouTube app will take over if you're on Android, and I think same thing if you're on iOS. And boom, you can't control anything. You can't add stuff to their app and block the ads. You're locked in.
But I check the length of the ad. If it's a 15 to 25 second, I'll let it play through because I know the content creator gets a cut of that. Small cut, but a cut. And I'm like, oh, I want this guy who's making stuff to be able to get paid. So I'll let those ads play through. But then when I start seeing them play on channels that I know are not monetized, I'm like, okay, what's going on now? Now they're just ripping off the content creator.
Yeah.
Hold up. Shit. But they're also lighting the scam ads like massively on YouTube this last year. Like those AI scam ones.
Oh, there's going to be so many scam ads in the next year.
Oh yeah, half the ads
already
I hear
is.
sound like a GPS that's got a slightly better voice. Slightly. And then when I'm listening to them while driving, you know those game ads where is somebody just running down, they're like shooting, they get more guns, they get more people, and some of them are actually kind of fun to watch. But when you're driving and just listening, all you hear is pop, 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 and then more guns. I'm like, I can't listen to this while driving. This is like driving me insane.
Oh man.
But I think my biggest pet peeve with the ads lately is when they say, are you having trouble with so-and-so or this and that? Then do this instead. And you listen to a whole 5-minute ad and they never define what this is. It's like, look, I know they got to sell a product to a seminar or whatever, but when you make this the subject of your ad, at least define that. I'm not asking you to give away the store, but at least give me context to what you're referring to. Because then it's like, we'll show you how to fix all the problems from this mistake and this mistake. And it's like, you never told me what the mistake is. I'm not asking you to give me all your solutions. I know you need to sell a product, but give me some context at least, or else I don't care if what you're selling would fix all the problems in my life. I ain't interested.
Speaking of ads, I actually heard that Twitch is in the middle of their own little ad apocalypse. Not sure if anybody's heard about that one.
I have not.
Yes. Apparently, I believe it was Hassan Piker was having a conversation with Asmongold, and then Asmongold said something pretty based, and it got him banned from Twitch for like 2 weeks. And then a bunch of people started just saying, oh, if this got Asmongold banned, let's just go ahead and find a bunch of shit that Hassan Piker has said. And then it spread out from there, from just being Hassan Piker to all the sort of like tanky commie tubers that surround him. And they all started getting takedown notices from advertisers. Left and right, advertisers are pulling out of Twitch because
you know what? Good thing. Use their shitty tactics against them that they've been doing.
Yeah, that's and they said some very messed up things too. You know, a lot of anti-American things. Obviously, a lot of them are like, anti-American. From
Also
Middle
some
East,
anti-Semitic shit.
Oh yeah, very anti-Semitic as well. They're very anti-Semitic.
That's fine, but if you say something that's actually has some merit, oh, yeah, now you're in trouble.
They, I believe, one of them baked a cake to look like the two towers, 9/11, and then they simulated joyfully the destruction of the towers.
Yeah, I do not understand grave dancing. It is like one of the most sick and disgusting things.
Did you guys hear about that black guy, the American guy who went to Asian countries like Japan and Korea and just started stirring shit up?
Yeah, I remember that. That happened a little over a year or so ago.
No. This is like updates
recent.
this week. Like
Oh.
Really? What does this guy do? I haven't heard this.
So he goes to Japan and he just makes fun of people and stirs shit up. And then he went to Korea and because he was kicked out of Japan. And so he goes to Korea and he goes to these statues that are like.
Frederick. He literally got beat up by the Yakuza as well in Japan because he was going around screaming like insulting, like on Hiroshima and Nagasaki.
Yeah, he was screaming Hiroshima and Nagasaki in the streets, got himself beat up and kicked out the country. He goes to Korea and like just basically fondles the statues of like comfort women. And everyone in Korea like starts to like have a bounty on his head. And they just chase him down, and the news film it or share the video and blur all the Koreans out and just show him getting beat the fuck up.
Well, he's been asking for it.
Yeah, he's just and he's blatantly, overtly evil on camera. Like the guy is reveling in it and enjoying it.
He's been doing a lot of FAFO, and he's finally getting around to the FO part.
Yeah, there's a lot of assholes that do that over here in the West, man. They usually get away with it too. But you go over there to the freaking East, look at your ass.
Well, it reminded me a lot of Assassin's Creed. That's what I wanted to say. It's the same setting. I mean, you got a bunch of Asian guys who just like coordinating. It's not hard to coordinate and find a black dude walking around stirring problems. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
True.
Ubisoft plot failed.
Okay, let's see.
What are we playing?
All right, this guy's called Nefarious. It's an awesome channel. The link I put down in the chat. This guy covered it just the other day. So here's a little bit of what he said about it.
And has since made a new base for himself in South Korea. He will go into a quiet building and randomly start screaming.
There you go. I forgot about that.
What? Okay, I go. Whoa, whoa. What are you doing?
They had to chase him down and physically carry him out the door, and he can't stop filming to save his life. He had a run-in with Korean police on a damn near daily basis, and they did nothing to stop his disrespect of the culture. He was seen kissing and fondling Korean comfort women statues, and that's a huge sign. In case you didn't know, the Korean comfort woman is a reference to the thousands of women, many Korean, who were forced into sexual slavery by the Japanese imperial government to be used by the Japanese military during World War II. This issue caused enormous tension between Japan and South Korea. So while he was fondling these statues, he claimed that he did what he did in Japan for Korea. Like, this guy is a scumbag. All of his debauchery caused him to get punched in the face by a random Korean dude. And Johnny...
Yeah, so that gives you an idea who this guy is. But yeah, check out Nefarious's channel. The dude does some awesome commentary, and he's also a riot. He's got another channel too. He does his own music and stuff. So yeah, there's a lot. He puts out a lot of good stuff. But yeah, that's the guy that was. I guess he's in Korean jail now. And
yeah, he could technically be put in
might
jail
never come out because he'll get messed up in there worse than he would in American prison.
Especially since he doesn't speak the language, dude. Could you imagine being in a prison where you don't even speak the language?
Yeah, and the prisoners will be far less gentle with him there than here. The other prisoners will. So I don't know what made this guy think doing this stuff was a good idea, but clearly it was not.
He was getting paid in internet clout.
I don't know if he was getting internet clout because pretty much he was a laughing stock, I'm afraid. Maji! What's up, Maj?
Hail, Maji.
Yeah, so this guy's in some deep doo-doo, and there's a pretty good chance he won't survive in prison very long.
Yeah, he could be jailed there and here. When I say here, I mean in America as well. Apparently, it's serious what he did with the statues.
Is it like war crime serious or some shit?
I don't think so. That would be international, but I think it's enough to warrant jail time.
Yeah, he's taking it pretty bad. Anyway, is there anything else anybody wants to cover before we start wrap up tonight? Don't everybody speak up at once.
I'm thinking, but I got nothing.
I've said my piece.
I've said my piece.
Peace.
Peace.
Peace. All right, in that case, we are going to start some parting plugs, starting with the Lord Otter.
Wait, what? Who let the water weasel in? Well, you can find me on YouTube. Only Otters. Wait, no, that's only for the special members. Wait, what? Oh. But seriously, you can find my novella, The Curse of the Star Raids, on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, the big retailers. I am also on YouTube, where I just started streaming Dragon Age Origins tonight. And in sort of a fun way to show how good BioWare games can be instead of the travesty that is Veilguard. On top of that, you can find me on Substack. That's where I'm usually putting out reviews and the like. Yeah, that's me.
All right. James.
Yes, I recently released a flash fiction on my Substack that you can read in like 4 minutes tops. I'm going to start releasing some flash fiction stuff. Well, I work on a lot of great stuff on the back, and I have some very interesting plans for this coming year, but you can keep up with all my short stories and the like at worldwithoutendlore.substack.com. Go see it. Go check it out.
All right. Raven Nevermore.
Yeah, let's see. I would suggest checking out Brian McCoppin's Record of the Paladins books if you have not already.
All right. Frederick.
imakecomics.com. It'll take you to the Rattel comic website. And now we've got proofofcomics.com that'll take you to my YouTube channel where we have Tuesday's art streams coming tomorrow. And I've got a new colorist now, and I haven't shown any colors yet, but I'll be doing that shortly. Maybe we should do that tomorrow. We'll see. Tune in.
All right. Billy Bob.
I got none right now.
All right. Me. All right. You can check out my stuff on Amazon, Haley Star Bad Kitty and Bad Kitty Haley's World. And I am working on books 3 and 4 right now. Also, you can check out my Substack, Frequency Studios. And also under Frequency Studios, you can find me on the X Twitter, Truth, and Minds. If you enjoyed this presentation, I say it every weekend and I just couldn't say it right. If you enjoyed this presentation, hit the like, and if you didn't, I appreciate you stopping by. We'll see you next time, and God bless.
Two dinosaurs on that board.
Diverse dinosaurs.
Anti-war dinosaurs.
Diverse dinosaurs.
Probably vegan too.
Non-dino-ary.
Non-GMO vegans.
Vegisaurus Rex.
Jewish space laser.
Good night, everybody.
Squeak,
Alright.
squeak.
Both